is out there with Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got O'Neal. Simmons is out there with Irving, and it's Claxton in at the center. This season is still only just getting underway, but as a player, RJ, how valuable is it to get things started the right way?
It is so valuable because, as coaches say, plays that often start bad, end bad. And it's the same thing with seasons. If seasons start bad, there's a higher probability of them ending bad. So you want to get off to a good start. You want to show up ready to go.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
So it's Boston with it. Pass to Smart. Back to Brogdon. And here is Williams. Feeds it to Williams. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Claxton. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Simmons. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
1:49 left in the first. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. Now, here is Irving. We saw him with 29 points last game. Tries contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Magic lifted rock. Kyrie just contorts his body, figures out ways to make the impossible look so easy.
And after all the drama and wanting out, Kyrie Irving remains a net. Feels like a bit of a farewell tour, but winning can heal all, and you never know what the future may hold, especially with Kyrie.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw no good for Irving.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Smart misses. Taken away by Williams. The pass to Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
You know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Warren's checked in. This comes in for Watanabe. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Irving.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Here's Sumner. It's tipped. Here's Pritchard. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And here are the Nets. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Leaving points at the free throw line can take the edge off of the team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
Boston making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Simmons checked in for Brooklyn. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
And so it's Boston with it. Curry brings the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Celtics now. Poked away. Claxton the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
The Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Second. Shooting for Boston, Derek White.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Curry from deep three-point land. Tie game in Brooklyn.
1 quarter of play.
Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
The Celtics, 6. Time to make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Hey, Richard, for a while, teams went small. They became quicker. Now we're seeing some teams go big, playing 2, sometimes 3 7-footers in the lineup. It's amazing.
Yeah, there's always a pendulum swing. Once it goes too small, then all of a sudden the pendulum swings back. And now everyone is looking for size. But you have to have size that can also stretch the floor because teams need guys that can rebound. That's what they're looking for.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. The guard set is Irving and Curry. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Watanabe in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
How about that block from Irving there, getting the timing just right on the defense.
Curry, good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now here's Williams. Here's Tatum. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
Now here's Smart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Unloads from 13. That's good on the jump shot. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And for people who would like to see Smart take fewer threes, that mid-range J is a welcome sight.
Now heading onto the floor.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Hey, Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of the guy you love on your team, but hate to play against.
Yeah. And teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Watanabe. Simmons comes in for Royce O'Neal. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Edmund Sumner. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Seth Curry. That free throw, no good. And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
Here's Cornette, outside White. Shot clock at 6. Can't cash in from the high post.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
White against Irving. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. White against Harris. White the pass to Cornette. Griffin looking around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Tenacious play there by Griffin. Against really good defense, but he's not one to be scared off easily.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one misses. He hits the second from the line.
A tenacious forward with high energy. It's clear that Griffin is still capable of throwing down a double-double.
Outside Irving. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nets lead by 2.
11.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They found a slight edge on the boards, and they've done it with nothing but raw.
And
Here to put on a show,
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
On the court for the Celtics, in the post, it's Tatum and Williams. Marcus Smart is out there with Brogdon, and it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. Here's Tatum, knocks it down from 7 feet. Tatum's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Celtics. For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
And well, Malcolm earning his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon, maybe the smartest guy in the NBA.
And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got the lead up to 2 now for Boston.
And the size and muscle of Brogdon, able to shrug off the contact with ease on the way up.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, Smart. Back to Tatum. Outside, Smart. Wants to get it to Brogdon and down.
Get up, Malcolm. You think this guy is just about jumpers? There's more to his game.
Moving against Brogdon. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Joe Harris comes in for Watanabe. Curry's checked in for Simmons. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The Celtics also changing it up. Hauser's checked in, and it's White in for Brogdon. Timeout called the Nets. And the Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough spot when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You've got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn.
Now, into the lineup for your next Kyrie Irving.
54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Curry finds Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. And stolen by Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Passes to White. Clock at 6. Here's Williams. And contact. tagged on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. And that one falls for Williams. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for
At
Boston.
the line with 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. Nets trail by 7. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. White against Irving. Curry passes to Irving.
Just a ridiculous pump fake there by Kyrie, putting the defender off balance, picking up the foul.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
At the line.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And out the line, shooting 2.
And so Irving nails both of them. And here's Tatum for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Strong from three-point land. Tatum is about a 40% shooter from deep. That's a big rule.
That's the buzzer!
That is how you finish it.
20.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Yeah, that's 1 in 100 type shot. But hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Celtics up 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So with Irving on the bench, this is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. O'Neal is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Curry. And it's Watanabe in at the center, locking down the middle. Curry passes to Simmons. Rebounded by the Celtics.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at that rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Smart misses.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Curry's shot is good.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
This team needed a spark, and boy, did they get one with that incredible attack at the rim.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Sumner.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Tatum pitch to Smart. Outside Williams. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 7. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the fourth. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Edmund Sumner. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Williams can't get it to go. Nets trailed by 7. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by O'Neal.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Tatum draws the double. 55 seconds left in the game. Williams rebounded by the Nets. O'Neal passes to Watanabe. Here's Claxton. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
20 plenty of daylight on that shot.
Timeout.
And the Celtics lead by 7.
Next, timeout.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Timeout called the Nets. They trail by 7. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
And we have seen Irving bury huge shots before. Man, does he love having the spotlight on him.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul.
Royce O'Neal.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Checking in for the Celtics, Grant Williams.
Brogdon kicks to Smart. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.